Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Hey there, it's Olivia. Welcome back to Divorce Happens. If you're new here, this is the show where we say the quiet parts out loud without shame, without lectures, and without pretending any of this is easy. Today is part one of a little 4-part series I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's about the single most hard moment in a lot of separations. Not the lawyers, not the logistics, not the house. It's the conversation. The one where you actually tell your spouse that you want a divorce. And here's where I want to start because it matters. You are not asking for permission. This isn't a request. You're not floating an idea to see if they'll allow it. If you've arrived at this decision, you get to name it as a decision. Say it with me. I've made the decision to end our marriage. Feel how different that is from, I want to ask you for a divorce. One waits for a verdict. The other is you telling the truth of your own life. Okay, so before you say a single word out loud, this episode is about getting ready for the conversation, emotionally and safely. First, it's time to get clear with yourself, not with them. You don't need every detail figured out. You just need to feel certain enough that this conversation is worth having. So sit with a few honest questions. Am I sure about this, or am I just still exploring the idea? What am I actually hoping comes out of this? Clarity, respect, a real fresh start? Say your answers out loud to yourself first. I promise it takes some of the nerves out of saying them to your spouse later. Now, the part I will never skip because I care about you too much to skip it. Safety. Not every partner is dangerous, but this is a safety-sensitive moment, not just an emotional one, and you deserve to treat it that way. So quietly ask yourself, do I feel emotionally and physically safe having this talk? What's the worst reaction I can imagine? And am I prepared for it? If there's been a history of rage or control or monitoring your phone or fear around money, if you've ever been made to feel a little crazy just for having needs, please take extra care. That is not you being dramatic. That is you being wise. In that case, make a plan before you say anything. And I want to give you a number to keep in your back pocket, no matter where you are on this road. The National Domestic Violence Hotline. You can call 800-799-7233 or text the word START, S-T-A-R-T, to 88788. It's free, it's confidential, and they help with the emotional and financial control too, not just physical. You don't have to be sure that you qualify to call. The next piece is timing. This conversation deserves so much more than a drive-by on the way to school pickup. So choose on purpose. Not in the heat of a fight, not on a birthday, not where the kids can overhear. Somewhere you can stay calm and step away if you need to. And here's a relief I want to hand before we go. You do not owe them the whole map. You can name your decision without laying out where you're going to live or whether you'll file first or who you've talked to. If they push, I'm still figuring that out is a complete, honest sentence. Clear about the decision, private about the details. Both can be true. So here's your one small step for today, not the whole sprint. Sometime this week, write down in your own words the single sentence at the heart of this. I've made the decision to end our marriage. Read it back. Notice what your body does. That's not jumping the gun. That's you quietly building your courage. On the next episode, we get into the actual words, the scripts for opening the conversation, so you never have to walk in cold. If you want company while you prepare, that's what we're here for. You can book a free consult with me, of course, get matched with one of our vetted, shame-free experts at Fresh Starts, or grab one of our free guides so you can feel a little bit less alone in this. I'm proud of you for even being here, and I'll see you next time on Divorce Happens. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.